Hi team. I hope that this method will work okay for you. I kind of been out of touch the last month and a half or so, so I didn't get organized that early to let you guys know too far ahead. But anyways, I wanted to share with you the use of the Give It A Whirl dies. I just recently got them and I was confused on how to use them, so I had to watch a video and try and figure it all out. So anyways, I think I've got it down now and they're really not too bad. But these are the 3 cards that I have so far done with those dies. But I'll show them, I'll explain more to you on them in a minute here. But I wanted to bring in the dies and show them to you. I don't know if any of you have purchased them yet, and you maybe have. You've maybe gotten way ahead of me on that one too. So these ones are kind of neat because this here is the card front panel. So that's this glitter piece. And so what you have to do, you've got 3 choices to make the opening. So you can either make a circle or you can make this one. And where's the other one? My heart. Oh, I know, I've got it out already. That's why I can't find it. And the heart, actually there's 4. And then the 4th one is this one here. So these ones, they're all pretty cool. I haven't made anything with this one yet, but I made the 3 samples with these other different openings. And so this little loop here, it's where you actually attach it into the holes. But I'll show you that in a bit. And this one here, it actually will go around the opening on the outside for decorating your card. And then this is the wheel. So we kind of have like 3 sections on it for putting your stamping on. And then there are these arrows that are all, these ones would do the embossing. They emboss them. And then there's another arrow, a couple of arrows, and these are so cute. They're so tiny. And they just make the skinny little arrows. And I've got them on the card here just to kind of show what direction that the wheel will turn. And then there are some clouds, 3 different clouds, a couple of different sets of 3 stars, and the 3 different sized hearts, and then this little banner. And I'm not sure what these solid circles are for. I haven't figured those out yet. So if anybody has any ideas on what they might be, please enlighten me, because I am just not sure what they are. So that's the die set. I thought they looked pretty interesting. My only problem was I don't really have a lot of actual stamps that are small enough to fit through the windows. So I did the first 2 I did were these ones here, and this was actually the first one that I had done. And as you can see, I have used the little scalp circle and put the wink of Stella around the outside. I stamped the image, the little deer from the Peaceful Deer stamp set. And then I just used my sponge daubers and did the edges. So then I put that little arrow down so that people would know what direction that it turns. Now, on this one, I've left the whole card front here. So I have the little rabbit, and then I have another deer. I put 2, because like I said, I just didn't have too much of anything that really fit in there nicely. And then I used the snowflakes again. Stamped this and punched that one. And this ribbon is also from the new catalog. So it's pretty cute. And I didn't put any extra layers inside this one, just stamped directly onto the Whisper White thick cardstock. And this designer paper is actually a celebration paper. It's called Peaceful Place, I believe. I should look that up again. Forgot what it was called. Peaceful Prince. Had it half right. And then this other one here, it is made with this little opening, and I stamped the snowflakes with Pool Party and did the sayings. And I put a saying in there instead of in the two objects. So I thought it was kind of cute. But the thing I did differently on this one is I actually used my circle punch and punched that top layer of that card off so that you could actually kind of get your finger at rotating it easier. And the other thing I did I just used the regular dimensionals to pop it up, whereas the first one I had actually used the strips. I'd actually used these strips, the foam adhesive strips, and they're a bit thicker, so I don't know if you can actually see it or not, but it's thicker. So, yeah, I thought it turned out nice. So I did the two that are in portrait, and then I thought, I think I should make something into, around and around I go. And then I thought, I should make something in landscape. So, and this again is and in order to get them going the opposite direction, I actually just punched from the opposite side of the designer series paper. And this is the same pack of designer series paper from Celebration. And this ribbon, it comes in the Peaceful Cabins bundle, that ribbon. And it's called, what is it called? Glittered Gandhi ribbon. So, yeah. And then inside I used my designer paper and the rectangular squares. So this is the one that I want to make with you tonight. And again, I decided we would give it a whirl on in landscape. So this paper is from Celebration as well. It's the Bedazzling 6x6 specialty paper, and you get 8 sheets in this package with a $60 purchase. So I think it was quite popular. So yeah, and this one I made it pretty much the same, but I'll make this one with you just so you get the idea. I think you probably have a pretty good idea now, but I think I could possibly have a tip or two for you to help you along the way. So I've got them all cut out here, so I'll just bring them down. So I don't think anybody's popped on yet, so I didn't know whether anybody was really ready to get into person yet. Maybe we can aim for an in-person team meeting in September on our third Wednesday of September. We can maybe see about doing that then. So as you can see, there's the tiny hole is punched there, and that's where the wheel will line up because it has a hole in it too. But I thought I would use the heart. I'm just going to make this one the very same as that particular one is. So I decided I would do that. Okay, where the heck have I got my take your pick tool? Should be here someplace. Where my other one is, but anyway, here's one. So I'll just put that just so you can kind of find the hole. Sometimes it's a little harder to see it. So then after you die cut this front panel, then you need to place that wherever you want it. So I'm going to put it there. Oh, but I have it upside down, as I can see. I don't know if you guys caught that or not. But so start that over again. So it's not too bad to get it straight on there because you can kind of eyeball it. So And I'm going to use a piece of my washi tape to hopefully hold it in place. And I'm just going to pop over to my Stampin' cut machine. So I've cut it out, and I'll probably put this piece on the inside for decoration on this card, I'm thinking. So that's all prepared pretty much. So I guess if I wanted, we could actually, why don't we just add these on? I punched out my hearts already and got them in my little dish here so I wouldn't lose them before I got to them, to doing it. So I don't have to put these on the same, that's for sure. I can do something a little different if I wanted to. Kind of like to place them there someplace. This is bright on in the lights, that shining paper just kind of bopping around there. And you can tell there's a right and a wrong side to these die cut images too. So I might just save this video and post it on my timeline for the rest of the crew so they can all learn how to do this. So I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue on here because it is on this glitter paper, and I think it takes a bit to get it to stick. But I was thinking this might be just as easy to put these on first. It almost makes my eyes sore looking at this paper. It's crazy. Just gonna have to get that on there. So I hope you guys have all been having a great summer and been keeping busy, I'm sure. But this heat, I'm sure glad it has kind of let up. And the farmers, they'll be getting right into the field now, getting right at it. And it's pretty early for harvest, but it's ready when it's ready. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. So then the next thing I did, I used actually a few stamp sets to, I actually used a few different stamp sets to stamp these images to find some small sayings. I found the hello in my artistically inked set, and I found the It's Your Day in A Good Man, and Happy Birthday in my Penguin Place, something that was small enough to stamp in there and be seen. And then I used the Celebrate Sunflowers for the Know That You Are Loved for the inside. So, okay, and I used my early espresso to coordinate with the main card base. Better put my glue lid on or it'll be dried up. And so the first one I think I'm going to use is Hello. And I don't know if you can see, you can see where that wheel die, it's kind of got a bit of an impression. It divides it into thirds. So I'm going to try and stamp this about the center. But what I can do is use this here, and I can just sit it on here, and then I can see, if I put it about there, I can see roughly where that needs to go so that I don't stamp out of the, but I have to take this piece of tape off because if I accidentally went over it, it wouldn't be very good. So we're just going to use my early espresso ink. Do a quick stamp there. Oh, do you guys see that? Too much ink. Okay, time to flip her over. I know this side of the wheel isn't nearly as nice either. I forgot to check that. It happens. Too bad I didn't have another one cut. Oh well, I guess it'll be all right. I need a new cloth for cleaning my stamp here. Okay, let's try that again. See if I can get it right this time. There, that looks better. Oh, I'm having a hard time there. That didn't work either. Got over too far. Okay, we're going to have to cut a new one because that's not working for me. And when I cut this wheel, I actually used the thick paper too. Cut another piece down here. All right. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. See if I can get it this time. That's a little bit crazy, but so I'm gonna move it. I guess I shouldn't have. Last time I didn't have trouble fitting it in, but I think I was just a little bit lower this time, I guess. Hello? And I want to make it, turn it this way, so then that should be to my left. Turn it and it's your day. I've got that all inked up, ready to go. And now I guess I should actually test it out to make sure it's looking good. There, so you can see that it's good. Coming out all right. So the last one is this, the happy birthday, and it's a lot smaller, so I don't have to worry so much about it missing getting in the middle. And you might have, I would have liked the happy birthday a little wee bit bigger, but oh, I guess I might as well stamp my greeting for the inside while I got my ink out too. And I'm going to use the same greeting on this one too, so. Okay, we'll clean those stamps up later. Okay. I'm going to be careful not to lose my little arrows. But put those on kind of last. So what I did, I sort of liked the idea of punching that out. So what I did was I actually just did this, held it into place, and I used the 1-inch punch on it. This is a really old punch. And hopefully that'll do the trick. So it must have it a little bit off, but you can't really notice it. It's kind of hidden. It'll be hidden behind all of this. And what I used was one of my brads, my mini brads, but I do know that the catalog has brads listed in it again. I had these in my stockpile, so I haven't purchased any of the new brads. I haven't used brads for quite a long time with crafting, so. Oof, that's a tiny one. It's hard to hang on to. Because I thought, hello, it's your day, and then happy birthday. They lined up quite nice on there, so. Then I'm going on, and I don't think the cards really need to have that. I don't think I really need to use the strips of the adhesive strips that bump it up a bit. I think these are better. They're not quite as thick, so when you mail them, they won't cost you quite as much, as long as they fit on it. And I hear that the post office, now you have to, the local mail, they can no longer put it into local mailboxes. They have to be sorted here and then go to the city. I'm not sure if it's Moose Jaw or Regina where they do their sorting for here. I'm thinking it's Regina maybe. And then they come back. So if you're planning on putting some local mail in, you might want to try and mail it probably at least about 4 days before you want them to receive it. So it just slows down all of that now, that's for sure. So you can just put those on randomly. I want it to be able to kind of hold them up, so. Okay, looks like that one is getting there. So now I am going to just put this down. Trying to get it straight, and this piece isn't exactly the size of a card. The top and bottom are a little different than normally when we make them, but that's kind of looks good. And the last thing I want to put on is this cute arrow. I love this little arrow. I think they're adorable. And it's a real fiddly little thing to get glue on, I can tell you. You either get too much and then it gooshes out or whatever, eh? Concentrate to get that small little thing on there. I think that looks so I love the way that looks on there. It looks so cute. Those were just some assorted brads that I had left from probably a few years since we've used brads or had them in our catalogs. And again, just a fine line around the outside perimeter, and come in there and stick it in the middle. And the last thing I want to I'm just going to pop this piece that I cut out of the front. I think it's going to decorate it quite nice, and I'm just going to put it in the side there. So there it is. So if you guys have any questions about this or any questions about anything else, and if you have any ideas of what other fancy folds or techniques you'd like me to share with you, please don't hesitate to let me know what they are. And I hope you've had a great day. Okay, bye.